Hey everybody, this is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador from Bounce Pep and the youngest son of Bill Johnson as always. And do me a favor, hit the like button and also hit the bell icon so that you receive notifications when we release new videos. And just want to mention that my new ebook, Be the Total Package, is available for you to download. I want you to pick up that book and make sure that you read it. It is a quick read, it won't take you too long, but it's going to help you overcome some of the ideas that may be holding you back from getting into the best shape of your life and just having energy and living your best year. So I want you to be excited about everything that the book will reveal, because it is going to reveal some very, very powerful things to you, and it's going to help you tremendously in your life. So again, go to bouncepep.com, go ahead, get your download of Be the Total Package, 8 maxims for high achievers who want to get fit. With that said, today's video is going to be about intensity. So going to talk not so much about mindset today. Usually I do a lot of talking about mindset and try to get inside your head, but today is going to be more about just actually working out. So intensity, and I'm going to just give you 3 ways to up the or increase the intensity of your workout. Now, the first one is time under tension. The second one is supersets, and the third is drop sets. So these are 3 techniques that you can use in your workout to increase intensity. Time under tension, I've talked about before. I spoke specifically about isometric contractions, but that's not the only way to achieve time under tension. So for time under tension, basically what you are doing is you can either slow down the movement. So let's take a simple example. Let's just say you're doing some biceps curls. Now you can do the biceps curls, quickly like this, and that's going to give you, a nice workout, a nice pump. But if you want to increase the intensity, you don't actually need to increase the weight of the dumbbells or of the barbell that you're using. You can simply slow down the movement, and that alone will increase the intensity because you are applying time under tension. You're increasing the amount of time that the muscle is under tension. So you just slow it down like that, maybe 3 seconds down and then 3 seconds up, 3 seconds down and 3 seconds up. That's going to increase the intensity. That's going to reduce the number of reps that you can do. Okay. Now, the other thing that you can do with time under tension is actually, again, an isometric contraction. And that's where you actually stop the movement at some point. So let's stick with the example of biceps curls. You can, for instance, stop the movement here before you get all the way down, just kind of in the middle of the movement, stop it and hold it in place, maybe for 3 or 4 seconds or something, and then continue down. Or you could do it on the way up, when you're coming up, stop the movement kind of, some like around here, and just hold it for a few seconds. Okay. That's going to increase the intensity. So try time under tension. The next one would be supersets. Now, supersets are basically 2 different exercises that you do back to back. Typically what you're going to do is you'll like do an agonist and antagonistic pair. So if you're doing biceps curls, obviously you're working your biceps, but you can do something like maybe a triceps push down. Okay, so you're going to work on your biceps first, and then let's say you do, just throwing out a number, let's just say you do 10 reps of biceps curls. Then once you finish your 10 reps, you immediately start 10 reps of your triceps push down. Okay, so what you're doing is you're not really taking any kind of a break in between those 2 exercises. You do them back to back. that obviously is going to increase the intensity of your workout because you're not giving yourself really any break time. Okay. Uh, Now, you can do that more than 2 times in a row. In other words, you can do biceps curls and then do your tricep switch downs, no break in between, and then you can again no break in between. Immediately start another set of biceps curls, no break in between. Immediately start another set of tricep switch downs. So a superset, strictly speaking, you only need to do one set of each back to back, and then you can take a break in between, and then do another superset. However, you can do kind of a superset, which is really not taking any break in between supersets themselves. And then, that obviously will really, really increase the intensity because you're doing more sets. So you're going longer without taking any breaks. So again, this is something that will increase the intensity of your workout. And especially if you don't have a lot of time to work out, this is something that you can use. For instance, if you only got like 30 minutes to work out or something, whereas you're normally accustomed to working out for an hour or an hour and a half, what you can do is you can use something like supersets to pack in a lot of intensity into your workout in a shorter amount of time. Okay, so, and you'd be surprised if you never really done supersets, you'd be surprised how quickly your workout becomes intense simply by removing the breaks in between your sets. And then again, using your agonist and antagonistic pairs to create that superset. So go ahead and give that a try. Number 3 is drop sets. Okay, so drop sets are basically, it's similar to supersets in that you don't really take a break in between sets. However, what you're doing with the drop set is you pick one exercise. Okay, so you just pick one exercise, and let's just say, okay, I think we've beaten biceps curls to death. So let's just say lat pull downs. Let's take that. So our exercise now is going to be lat pull downs. What we're going to do is you're going to start with a high, typically a high number. Okay, so let's say you start at I don't know, 40 pounds. I'm just throwing out a random number. 40 pounds, lat pull downs. You're going to do as many lat pull downs as you can at that weight until you can't go anymore. Then you reduce the amount of weight immediately. Now you're not taking a break in between, remember, okay? Then you reduce the amount of weight and you immediately get into more reps, okay, at that lower weight. And you just go for as many reps as you possibly can. And then when you can't go anymore, then you reduce the weight again, and then you immediately start repping out again. And then you reduce the weight again, and you immediately start repping out again until failure. And then you reduce the weight again, and you immediately start repping out again until failure. So that's a drop set. Now, as you can imagine, you aren't taking any breaks in between. All you're doing is reducing the weight, okay, going until you can't go anymore, and then reducing the weight again, no break in between. And you just keep doing this until, you get down to kind of whatever your minimum acceptable weight is. But basically you keep going down, 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 down until you can't go anymore. So again, because you're not taking any breaks in between, the intensity is really, really high, similar to supersets. If you don't have a lot of time to work out, drop sets can be very, very good to get in a lot of intensity in a short amount of time, especially if you're working on machines rather than free weights. Sometimes it's more difficult with free weights because, especially if you're working with like a barbell or something, it takes time to remove weights from the barbell. So drop sets are not necessarily ideal for barbells unless you have someone or some people who are there removing the weights for you so that you can get reduce the weight quickly and then keep going without a break. So if you have some help with a barbell, somebody who can remove the weights for you, then you can do drop sets. If not, again, machines are very good because typically you just remove the pin, and then put it at a lower rate and, insert it back in at a lower weight and you keep going very quickly. Also with dumbbells, as long as you have your dumbbells laid out in advance, kind of set up, then you can, of course, do drop sets very, very quickly with dumbbells as well. But anyway, those are the 3 ways that you can increase the intensity of your workout. Go ahead, give them a try. Once again, time under tension, supersets, drop sets. In particular, supersets and drop sets, when you don't have a lot of time to work out, are very, very effective as just time savers. Okay. Take that with you. Talk to you next time.